Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjina Jendo Membawa Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Membawa Anurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjina Jendo Membawa Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Membawa Anurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjina Jendo Membawa Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Membawa Anurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjina Jendo Membawa Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Membawa Anurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjina Jendo Membawa Sudo Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo
Good morning, Kirsten. Thanks for coming. How are you?
Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya
Good, good. So my topic today is be present naturally without any effort. So, after kind of years of sharing teaching, the realization becomes simpler and simpler. It becomes simple and simple. If we can be present without any effort, or say naturally, that's it. We can be present means we are aware of our surroundings, our inner mental activities, our body sensations. We're aware of anything or everything outside of us and inside of us. But at the same time, we are aware that we are aware. So that's the two meanings of being present. If we can recognize this and rest in this recognition, then it's done. That's called awakening. First, recognize our presence. Second, rest in its recognition. The first step, recognize it, is kind of actually it's always here, but we don't recognize it. Our presence is always our background, right? But we have taken this for granted for at least this life. You're present right now. I'm present right now. But we overlook it again and again, again and again. Because most other people are overthinking. They 50,000 thoughts per day, or maybe there's another theory, 9,000 thoughts per day. Anyway, every 9 or 10 seconds we have a thought that we caught up in the thinking and identify with the thinking memories, identify with the external objects, identify with our internal emotions, memories, and that's the origin of suffering. Presence is overclouded by thinking, by overthinking, and by identification. So, doing walking meditation almost like back in person. One nice meditation school. Great topic today. Thank you. Doing walking meditation almost like back in person. Hmm. If you can focus on the walking, then you're training your mind to be focused. The non-focused mind is a troublemaker. An untrained mind is like a wild horse, untamed. Now, if you are a horse trainer, you need to train it, understand the wild mind, and ride on the horse like a wild horse like mind, like the cowboys, horse boy, let's say, rides on a beautiful white, wild, tamed horse. Then you can really travel around everywhere. Yeah. Our mind, the thinking mind, logical mind, reasoning mind, arises from this presence. It's the functioning of our presence. It's the application of our presence. Like now you can listening, I can talk. You can see, I can sense. It's all the application of our presence. There is no confliction. Mind is the CEO. Presence is the boss. CEO cannot override the boss. No way, because boss is the boss, the ownership of the company, right? Or corporation. Imagine there's even in the world there's a good corporation. The boss and the CEO has a very good relationship. They communicate very well, and the CEO really understands the boss, the owner, very well, and manages the corporation or company very well. Then that must be a very good company, you know. But for most world people, the mind and the presence, the boss, has a conflict. There's a conflict between the mind and the boss, and the CEO overtake the position as a pseudo boss because the CEO has been given the power too much. Do you follow? It's- and we can be present naturally because we are presence. So days ago, I talked about from person to presence, right? So if you can identify yourself with your true identity, your presence, then you can be present naturally for sure. We can be present naturally. It's all we are it. You see, we don't need any actions or effort or practice to become what we are. We don't even need the Buddhas or Bodhisattvas to become what we are. You see that? And all the Buddha's teaching are pointing to this realization. And they are so kind and compassionate. That's all they want to do, to awaken us, to, to join the club of enlightenment. Crazy. And we are already in this club of enlightenment. We just don't know. We are endowed with this Buddha nature. So I'm talking, you are listening. That's that means you are present, right? And the listening, talking, feeling, imagination, imagine or thinking are all the applications of the presence. I talk about six patriarch Huineng, Master Huineng. There's a famous quote, 何其自信，本自清净. So I explained this before, but actually he has different descriptions about this Buddha nature. The first sentence, 何其自信，本自清净, means we are originally calm, pure, still. Basically, that's the first sentence means. But actually, the last one, I think there's 5 descriptions to describe this Buddha nature. Then he said, the 5th one that he said, 何其自信，本自具足，能生万法. So this presence is, or our true nature or true being is already complete and perfect. It has lots of applications, infinite applications actually. The moment we can listen, we can hear, we can talk, we can think, we can imagine, we can feel, we can, sense, all the applications of this Buddha nature. Actually, it's quite makes sense to us. So it's all, if I use a physiology, we can breathe, we can digest, we can, think, we can, how to say, our body can generate cells and balance in itself in terms of temperature, in terms of all the minerals, is the application of this Buddha nature. Homeostasis. Yeah, homeostasis. The body can maintain its balanced function, is the touching of God. Traditionally, we say this is God. God creates us. But in Buddha's teaching, we say this is Buddha nature. It's already in us. There's no separation. We are it. This presence, our true self, has infinite applications. Like the nature, the trees, the animals, are all the application of this cosmic intelligence. So I will say this Buddha nature has so many different terms. If you look out the nature, the ocean, the ecosystem, the galaxies, planets, stars, are all in this domain of Buddha nature. It's crazy. Traditionally, we call this God, right? Omnipotent, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Another one is what? I forgot what. Omniscient, yes, omniscient, sorry. We are not small. We are not small at all. The moment we can disidentify with this limited body and mind, we realize our greatness. And it's a freedom too. It's a freedom from this limited body and mind. That's the first level. Then second level is a freedom to use the body and mind to serve, love, and care. And you may express it in so many different ways. Sometimes I feel, you know, I, I can only give an example or metaphor here. We know that our brain has 100 billion neurons, right? So every neuron is working with every other neurons to communicate, to smell, to taste, to touch, to see, to hear, and to think. We have these neural systems, central neural systems, and the major part is our brain, right? So every neuron is talking or communicating with others. So in this metaphor, I am I am one neuron that communicating with all other brains. Sometimes I feel this way. So I'm talking to you. If I am one of the neuron in the cosmic mind, I'm talking to you, and you are not a neuron in this cosmic mind. And we are talking, hey, you're not only a one single neuron. There is 100 billion different neurons in this cosmic mind. Then you see we have actually it's very much like now. So we have 7 or 8 billion people. So we have 7 or 8 billion neurons in this cosmic mind as a human being, right? As a human form. But actually, if you add all the animals, birds, fish, virus, ants, bacteria, they are all communicating. It was a little bit small part, maybe not as advanced as us, that we can use a language to talk and communicate, but they are doing something here in this cosmic mind too. And behind this cosmic mind, which includes all the animals, all the human beings, in the past, in the present, and in the future, and everyone is projecting a world, a dream, a desire, a body mind. In this cosmic mind, the cosmic mind is dreaming. Do you follow? That's why Buddha said you are in a dreaming state. But once you wake up, it could be a beautiful dream. The dreaming state is the application of a mind, right? We do have dreams. I mean, occasionally or sometimes we do have dreams when we fall asleep. And that dream is perceived in the mind, meaning once we wake up, we sometimes we can recall or remember the dreams, right? So that means in the dreaming state, we are aware of something. Then there's a memory there. Then after we wake up in the morning, we can recall dreams, the contents of the dreams. So my key here is every neuron is in a state of dreaming. They're projecting a world in this cosmic mind. But there's a difference between the worldly person or awakened neurons and awakened neurons. A neuron that, for example, if you awaken, then you know you are in the state of dreaming, yet you can have a good dream. And behind all these 7 billion different minds or dreams, there's one universal, pure awareness that contains all these dreams. Actually, not only 7 or 8 billion. If you add up all the animals, birds, fish, there's all kinds of infinite numbers of dreams, are all in one universal, unified, pure mind. That's crazy, crazy. And the sixth patriarch said, okay, this infinite big and infinite small pure mind or pure awareness is itself already perfect and complete and pure. No dream can defile the purity of this pure awareness. Do you follow? We are in a, for every worldly person, we are in the dreaming right now. We are dreaming, we have desires, we have relationships, we have, you know, memories. Everyone is dreaming. Yet the cosmic pure awareness never get dirty because it itself is subject to nothing. I mean, subject to no defilements or dreams in this context. Is that too much for you? That's my realization recently. It's crazy. It's like we are not small, although we seemingly only subject to this, I mean, body and mind. But once you wake up, the bubble of personality disappears. Then you can be one with the space, the empty space, something like that. Let's sit for 1 or 2 minutes in silence. Be present, be self aware. Okay. Yesterday I went to the library to borrow another book. I think Jack Kornfield. I read one of his books called The Wise Heart. But now this book is called No Time. Okay, it's No Time Like the Present. Such a good one. Jack Kornfield. Sorry, there's a tab here. Jack Kornfield, a very good storyteller. I like here his language. That's why I bought this one. Maybe I can just read a little bit about this book. Also, I recommend you. You can read any book of Jack Kornfield. His words is so beautiful. He's a very good storyteller. So I just read maybe the introduction a little bit. Invitation to Freedom. Dear friends, after more than 40 years teaching mindfulness and compassion to thousands on the spiritual path, the most important message I can offer is this. Listen carefully. It's a master's statement. You don't have to wait to be free. You don't need to postpone being happy. All too often, the beautiful spiritual practices of mindfulness and compassion become entwined with a vision of self discipline and duty. We see them as taking, as though, a long road of obstacles that leads eventually to distant benefits. Even if Even in Buddha's teaching, we say from a worldly person to a fully awakened Buddha or being, you need 52 steps, right? That's a teaching from the Flower Garland school, one of the school of the Buddha in Buddhism. Anyway, these 52 steps from a worldly person to a fully awakened being, how many years you need? Do you know? You bet don't know it. It said 三大阿僧祇劫. Actually, it's like a 3 cosmos time. That's my guess too. So we know this cosmos was created since the Big Bang, the theory of Big Bang, right? It's a 13.8 billion years old now, and will go on. So it's more than at least more than 3 times 13.8 billion years. That's crazy. That's that's how long you need to take from a worldly person to fully enlightened being. But listen, let carefully here. Yes, there is a hard work of the heart, and there were demanding cycles in our lives. Yet, wherever you are on your journey, there is another wonderful truth called living the fruit, living the fruit of Buddhahood. Okay, or starting with the result. So we meditate, we follow a master to become a master. We meditate to become master or Buddha, let's say. If Buddha is our final destination, a fully awakened being with infinite light, infinite longevity, infinite wisdoms, okay? That's crazy. It will blow your mind 1,000 miles away. um, you can realize your Buddha nature in an instant, in a second, in a nanosecond. That's all. That's another teaching from Buddha too. So again, Buddha has two teachings: relative teaching and absolute teaching. If you are a very good candidate of enlightenment, not for the presidency, okay? Uh, um, if you're a very good candidate for the enlightenment with very good comic force, merits, then you can realize your Buddha nature in 1 second, in 1 nanosecond, and actually take no time and space to become a Buddha because you are already it already. That's really crazy. Then that's called living the fruit or starting with the result. The fruits of well-being and the experience of joy, freedom, and love are available now. It's always now. Space and time is created by our mind, by our perception. Our perception generates a space. Our mind generates a past or time. You see that? Our perception creates a space. That's a perspective of view. It's like you are in the coordinate of a cosmic map. We are one of the coordinates in terms of this individual body mind. We are looking out. Actually, we are looking inside. Okay. But it seems like we are looking out. So you create a perception. Then there's a space created by your perception. Then our mind also has power of thinking. A thought creates a time, the sense of time. You can recall what we ate yesterday, last night. So that's a thought. That's an inner image. That image alone creates a time, a sense of yesterday, and you can plan what to do next day, tomorrow, and that plan or that thought creates a time of future. Do you follow? It's so beautiful. Actually, you don't how to say. Oh, you know, the thought creates problems, but once you awakened, it's a beautiful creation. We can memorize things and we can plan things. It's beautiful faculties, beautiful applications from this permanent now. There's only now. There's only this now. There's only this eternal now. But in this eternal now, we can imagine, we can memorize how beautiful it is. Do you follow? You see, I like to read the different teachers' book, and it kind of bring me a different perception to look from this singularity. It's crazy. The fruits of well being and the experience of joy, freedom, and love are available now, whatever your circumstances is. No matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, which coordinate of space and time you are. Maybe you're United States, maybe you're China, maybe you're in Japan. Doesn't matter. And maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe your daughter, maybe your son, maybe you're white, maybe you're black. Doesn't matter. Okay, this universal principle transcends all the space and time. Even even our ancestors have this Buddha nature already. It's crazy. Since the Big Bang, maybe before the Big Bang, it exists already. That's called of beyond space and time, right? It's crazy. It's beyond our imaginations, even. So that's Jack Kornfield invitation to freedom in his book No Time Like the Present. Something it reminds me the Eckhart Tolle's the book The Now, and I mean he has a book The Now, right? The Power of Now. I'm sorry, The Power of Now. Same thing. You see, all this realization comes to this presence, comes to your presence too. There's only one universal presence. Okay. So this presence I'm talking about is synonymous with pure awareness, pure being, true self, Buddha nature, God within or light within. It has so many different terms, but it's describing same thing or no thing or state of mind or the ultimate truth, the absolute, the ultimate truth. It's crazy. Yeah. So I just maybe just read again, dear invitation to freedom, dear friends. After more than 40 years teaching mindfulness and compassion to thousands in the spiritual path, the most important message I can offer is this. Okay? You don't have to wait to be free. Freedom is here, is now. You don't need a poster phone being happy. The ultimate happiness is here and now. Once you recognize your true self, once you can remove the five scandals, you can remove the two obscurations. Five scandals, please refer to my previous videos, or two obscurations, the perspective obscurations and emotional obscurations, meaning we cannot see our true nature because these obscurations, because of the ignorance. We identify with the body mind, that's all. We identify with the mind and thoughts and perceptions, which creates a space and time. We identify with the phenomena world. That's the origin of suffering. Crazy. All too often, the beautiful spiritual practice of mindfulness and compassion become entwined with a vision of self-discipline and duty. So that means initially we need some effort, right? We need effort to be mindful. We need effort to be present. We need concentrate. We need calm down the mind with some effort. That's basically what the Jack Kornfield is talking about. Is a self-discipline and duty. We need discipline. We need consistency to do it. But I will say once you build up that momentum of discipline and consistency, then you can one day you can do it without any effort. In other words, you can being present without any judgments, labeling, without any resistance and attachments, naturally, without any effort, effortlessly. You can be present. It's your true nature. It's our true nature. It's so funny. When, or in other words, before you recognize your true nature, we are so conditioned. We are hugely, enormously conditioned or defiled. It's crazy. We are imprisoned by ourselves. So that means to remove these five scandals or to see through, you don't remove it, okay? You don't need to remove your five scandals. You only need to see its emptiness. Five scandals, again, the feelings, uh, forms, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and limited consciousness. You don't need to remove your thinking, your memory, your planning, your imagination. You don't need to remove all this. You don't remove the forms in front of you, the computer, or my image, or a sound outside. You don't remove anything. You just see through it. You see the emptiness of all the five skandhas. Do you follow? Then clouds are. It's like clouds are still there in the sky, but you know clouds can never block the blue sky. It loses its power over you. You know sky is always there. You are the sky. The five skandhas are clouds in you. Crazy. I don't know how to talk, how to use words. That's the best I can do now. Once you see the emptiness of all the phenomena world, then it claps right in front of you. Collapse means you don't identify with it anymore. You don't resist it. You don't attach to it. You follow the flow of the cosmic ocean. You're like a conscious wind in the sky. Do you know how free a wind can be, right? In the sky. It's totally free. A wind in the sky is totally free. It blows up and down, left and right. A wind is in the flow, how to say, of cosmic energies, right? You are a conscious wind in the cosmic ocean or in the cosmic sky already. Do you follow? It's crazy. That's the freedom I'm talking about. You're so content. You're so satisfied. You're so complete. You're so open. You're so clear. You're so transparent. You're so connected. You're so wise. You're so calm. You're so peaceful. You're so energetic. You're so spacious. You're so powerful. You're so stable. You're so strong. You're so determined. Wow, you see? You're so sure. You're so secure. You're so safe. You're so happy. You're so calm. It's crazy. You're so loving. You're so compassionate. You're fully loaded with its applications. Yeah, yet you're so empty. It's great. I like cars, so I drive. I'm not a, I don't like truck, but I once when I drive on the roads, I see a truck. It's like F-350, right? F-15 of Ford is very beautiful, especially if it's a platinum. So once a while, I saw a full loaded 100 F-150. Beautiful, full loaded, full loaded. Also means you have navigators, you have a big screen on your in your front of driving seat. It's full loaded. It's leather seats. It's full loaded, but also it's you see its emptiness. Do you follow? Something like that. You are full loaded already, but you are not loaded. Great. If you have a car, you better have buy a fully loaded car. I mean, fully loaded in terms of technology and equipment, like leather feet. You have a navigation. You have a moon and sun and window. I like that. But you're so free to drive it. You're not attached to your mind. I mean, our mind is full loaded already. It's equipped. We're so lucky. We're so fortunate. Okay, maybe read a little bit more. You like? I love this. We see them as taking us through a long road of obstacles that leads eventually to distant benefits. So this reminds me, the temple is not a distant temple. The temple is already in our heart. The Buddha in the distant temple is not in the distant temple, is in our heart. And there's no distance. You don't need to travel. Not 1 kilometers, not even 1 centimeters, not even 1 millimeters. It's you are it. There's no distance. That's how lucky you are. You don't need to travel. Yes, there is hard work of the heart, and there are demanding cycles in our lives. Yet, wherever you are on your journey, there is another wonderful truth called leaving the fruit or starting with the result. We often there's a cause and effect, right? So the effect actually, if you're aware that you're aware, or if you're aware you're Buddha already, then you transcend all this time and space. You reach your Buddhahood without any effort. That's called Southern Enlightenment. Only when you can recognize your Buddha nature without time and distance, then your practice may make sense. Otherwise, you gonna, take 3 eons, like a like 40 billion years, even longer, to become a Buddha. It's great. No, it's a relative view, okay? It's a relative teaching of Buddha. The direct teaching of Buddha, or ultimate teaching of Buddha, is you are a Buddha already. A Buddha is no superior than your Buddha nature. And if you awaken, your Buddha nature is no superior than an awakened one. You see, or in other words, an awakened person is no inferior than you in terms of Buddha nature. You got it? Everyone is equal. Even bird, even fish, even animals, even virus. You see the equality of everything, every being, every animal, every human being. That's where the love and compassion comes from. When you recognize you're equal with everyone, everything, every being, every animal, you love them naturally without any effort. No one need to teach you anymore. Do you follow? Morality becomes your natural state. I mean, become moral, to be good, not no hurting, becomes your natural choices. That's why Buddha is so compassionate, because he sees everyone's Buddha nature. He sees everyone is equal with him. Love your enemies. You see, the words are so limited now. How can you love enemy if you think they are your enemy? Enemy is like is a pseudo, how to say, statement or word here. There's no deep down. There's no enemy anymore. Then that's how you can love your enemy, right? It's a living the fruit, starting with the result. The fruits of well-being and the experience of joy. Are you joyful now? Are you happy? Freedom. Are you free now? And the love. Are you in love now? Maybe you're in love with your partner, with your family, with your friends. But what the love I'm talking here is applies to everyone, to everything. to every animal, every trees, every rock, even on the insentient beings, insentient, inanimate stuff like rock, like a dirt. It's crazy. The whole world is you, yet only you. Play and enjoy. It's all your projection. It's all your projection, my dear friend. The whole world is a projection. Can you see it? And it's a beautiful projection if you're free from it. It's the very application of the Buddha nature. It's the very function of your true self. How beautiful we are, you see. We are we are given this gift at the first place. Remember, I talked about there's no body and mind to undergo birth and death. That's the ultimate realization. Normally, we think, okay, in certain years, in 50 or 30, 100 years, I will die. No, that's a wrong that's a wrong view. Buddha said in the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, he said, there's no body and mind to undergo birth and death. There's no body and mind, okay? Body and mind is your illusion, is a projection. Because there's no body and mind, so there's no birth and death. Makes sense? Very logic, right? We'll simply be born in this world, right? And if we have friends, you they're just married and has a new baby, a newborn baby. You can see it's growing, growing, growing every day, right? Every month, every year. It's a relative scene. All the changing phenomena world is in a relative field. Everything that changes is in a relative field. The awakening means you can transcend this relativity to absolute. There's something that never changes. Your presence never changes. Your presence, no, the presence, okay? There's no your presence and my presence or his presence or her presence or its presence. There's only one presence, a universal presence or pure awareness. That's the awareness, let's call it. Okay? It's crazy. We are all in this presence in a very specific coordinate of space and time, meaning in a very specific perception and thinking. You got it? Everyone is projecting a world individually. Yet all these projected 8 billion different worlds, I'm only in human domain, okay, are in this one pure awareness. If you all recognize your pure awareness, you will see how beautiful, how free you are. All these 8 billion different worlds right now, projected worlds of minds, are certain level of freedom too. Make sense to you? Everyone can project a world, tailor-made, very much individualized. Okay. Yet, if you awakened, you can be free from this projection or dream-like, bubble-like, lightning-like, morning dew-like, shadow-like, illusion-like dream, or the world, or the mind. I don't know how to say it now. You are free, and you can see everyone's projection. It's very funny, and everyone's projection. Now we have 8 billion minds, so we have 8 billion projections or dreamlike states mind. This is a kind of freedom already, you see. This world is what you think, and the cosmic mind give you this freedom to think, to to project a world any way you like. But we are imprisoned. Most unawakened mind or person or wealthy person are prisoned in this projection, because he can or he or she can only see the projection. He cannot see the pure awareness behind its projection. That sucks. It's like your smart TV. Okay, you are a three-dimensional, four-dimensional smart TV. If you identify you are a programming like a movie in this smart TV, then you suck, because you have so many programs, you have so many channels, you have so many movies or films, you know that can be manifested in you, because now you're smart TV. You're not a film. You're not a film. You're not a movie. You are the smart TV that displays all the channels, documents, discoveries, movies, horror movies, action movies, love movies, international movies, American movies, Chinese movies. You are a smart TV that can display all this. How beautiful you are, you see. It's crazy. Hello. Me me is 3333. Thank you for coming. I like the comparison with the smart TV. Thank you. I like to watch the Netflix, right? So there's so many categories. So all the TVs or channels, movies are displayed in the smart TV, right? So you can select which one you like. I'm more like romantic movies. Okay, okay, that's my favorite. I love that after so many challenges and the difficulties, two true lovers met each other and get married and live a happy life forever. I like happy endings. Okay. Um, I mean, in this way, actually, we are a conscious smart TV. Beatrice, thank you. Thank you. It is true. We forget ourselves, our real selves, and we think we are just a movie. Yeah. So disidentify with movie and let's it play. Once you can disidentify, you have more openness. You have more freedom to play yourself. Then the hands of God is touching on you, like you're connected to the God. That's our root is God. Traditionally, we call it God, or we can use more neutral words like being or cosmic intelligence. Okay, that's more neutral. You don't have any image to grasp. What is an image to of being? There's no image of being. There's no image of cosmic intelligence. But we are so conditioned. There's image of God. You know, image in the churches. Also, in the same way, we have image of Buddha. Actually, Buddha is formless. Bodhisattvas are formless. Actually, the movie is the smart TV. I will go it further. The movie is smart TV. Forms, form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The unmanifested is expressed in the body mind right now, in my words, in your listening, in this picture, in your computer, in the Wi-Fi, in the internet. But as a beginner, it's better you have a separation first. Separation between the movie and the smart TV. That's a safety. That's I call a calm, inner peace and calm that separates the monkey mind to play further tricks on you. Initially, we need that separation or distance or gap between the monkey mind and the pure awareness. You better see it. Otherwise, we are fooled by this monkey mind or in the egoic mind for many, many years already, right? So the first step of awakening is you see that plays and tricks by the individual mind or egoic mind. Once you can see it clearly in a distance, meaning it has no influence on you anymore, it has no imprints on you anymore, then gradually you will see it. Oh, actually, the mind is Buddha. The body and mind, the physical body and the mental mind is the expression of the ultimate. You follow? But don't draw this conclusion too quickly. Be cautious here. Have that safe zone. You can pure observe your body and mind. That's what I say, the safe zone. Once you can purely observe the body and mind, not only your body mind, but also everyone else's body and mind. Once you can purely observe, in other words, once you can be present all the time, the awareness is there as your background, and you identify with your presence or pure awareness as a background, and everything is the forefront, right? Everything manifests in front of you as a computer, as my image, as my voice, as your body sensation, as a trees outside or building houses outside, or the how to say forefront, sorry, or the forefront of you, or the forefront of your projection. You're projecting a world right now. But who is projecting? Or what is projecting? You are it. You are projecting. You know you're projecting. Then you're okay. You're safe. Don't deny the mind, okay? Don't deny the mind. It's the very application of your chitta, your cosmic intelligence. It's the manifestation of God, I will say. The very body and mind is the manifestation of the God or pure intelligence, your true self. Enjoy. You see, enjoy it. How lucky you are. If you can see it in a very authentic way, clear way, open way, you see everything is the manifestation of the God. In Bible, there's a quote: "Split a piece of wood, I am there. Flip a stone, you will find me there." That's the Jesus teaching, right? Once you awaken, you see everything is your projection, everything is the application of God. It's crazy. Your body mind is, every other's body mind is, every inanimated being, animated rock, even dirt, minerals, is the manifestation of this pure being. You are in heaven right now. How can you complain or grudge if you realize you are in heaven? Only thing you will say, thank you, thank you. You will appreciate, okay? You will feel grateful how lucky you are. Yeah, you will appreciate the beauty. Everything is beautiful. Only when the inner side is beautiful, everything you see is beautiful, right? Once you are in heaven, you see everyone is in heaven, but someone don't know it. That's okay. That's a process of evolution. The next step of evolution is back to this source. I cannot delight the mind. I had a sort of rapid enlightenment not a long time ago. I was disassociated from my mind. I felt like a computer without programs. And then, after grounding, I then appreciate the beauty, the miracle of mind. The majority of teachings say that you have to deny your mind or body, but yes, you are lucky. We are lucky. Mm, so again, Buddha's teaching has two teachings. Relative teaching is in the Heart Sutra actually. Form is emptiness. Okay, that's kind of denial of form, but actually deep down is not denial. But because the impure mind or impure mind or defiled mind cannot see the purity of Heart Sutra, even Bible they cannot see it because it's so single, it's so pure. It's like everyone's mind is a glass. Okay, if you in the winter time, if you wear a green glass, you see the snow is green. If you wear orange glasses, you see the snow is orange. So if you look at the Heart Sutra or Bible, everyone wear a glasses to look at it, and it shows you the color, shows you the shape, shows you your identity of your or awakened mind. What you perceive, you will experience. What are already in you, you will project. That world is a dynamic projection. Sorry. Great. Beatrice, you're so lucky. It takes years of cultivation to have this true understanding. And I really realized there's no birth and death anymore. So if I say the biggest fear is death, and if you can transcend this fear of birth and death or death, then you transcend all the small problems. It's like you just fall asleep and you know the next day we'll wake up again. In deep sleep is a temporary death. Okay, it is why we are not aware in deep sleep. We are because we cannot be aware in our wakeful time. Once you can be like 16 hours of wakeful time, once you can be constantly uh, be aware or be present in the 16 hours of wakeful time, then you may have a chance become aware in your dream state and in your non-dream state or deep sleep. That's what I learned from the Vajrayana Buddhism. Anyway, I didn't realize yet, but I truly believe them now. And that belief may become your experience or realization. There's no limitation at all. There's no limitation for our mind at all. Trust it. Once you awakened, okay, you are every possibility become available, become possible for you. That's how beautiful we are too. Anyway, once you identify your true presence, then you can transcend birth and death. Birth and death are our illusions. Then you can enjoy, I don't know, your world every moment. Every moment is the caress of God, is the caress of the Mother Universe, is the caress. And there's no separation of God and you, or Mother Universe and you. You are it. We are it. But as a words, we have to use these dualistic words that God is within me, or Mother Nature. No, we are part of Mother Nature already. And we need these relative or dualistic words to talk about it. Rapid enlightenment. Great. Disassociated with the mind. Be careful here. Our mind may come back again. The patterns of thinking, behavior may come back again. I watched the Moody's film teaching yesterday. It's so beautiful. So I can give you the Moody's teaching here. Sometimes I watch every different teaching to like download different terms and learning from them too. Moody said he said he went to maybe a very hot place and the fans are turned on, the electric fans are spinning because it's too hot, right? But once it cooled down, they try to turn it off. So they switch off the electric fan, and the blades are still going on for 1 minute or 2 minutes, right? So once you're enlightened, once you are awakened, the mind, the egoic mind or one unawakened mind will come back again like this it's already switched off. Okay, there's no power for the fan anymore, but because of the momentum, the fan will keep running for a while until it's fully stopped. So once you awaken, and congratulations, but the individual mind or the patterns of thinking, behavior, imagination, memories will come back. But once you awaken, you know it has no power over you. You see the emptiness of them. Back to the inner peace and calm again, and purely observe them. Observe the patterns, emotions, feelings, identities. Purely observe them. Back to the source. And you know instantly, if you can back to the source, the momentum will come and go, right? Every emotions, feelings, memories will come. But if you identify them, they will remain there for a long time, for days, for months, for years, maybe. But if you can disidentify them, they have to go because they have no true self. You see, the no self, anatta, they have no true self. It has no true existence. It exists because you pay attention to them. Okay, it exists because you feed your attention to them. The CEO has no ownership of the company. You, the pure awareness, is the owner. Is the, how to say, you have the sovereignty of your kingdom. The mind has no power over you at all. You have to understand that. Then gradually, the fan, the blade of the fan will fully stop. I don't know how long it takes for you, for everyone. It depends, but it will stop. Okay, and fully stop means you are fully enlightened. You overcome every defilement, every ignorance. Thank you. Every moment is the caress of God. Yes, we are so lucky. Once I said, the universal mom or God has two arms, and we are caressed by it. Do you know the two arms of the universal mom or God or Jesus or sages? Do you know the two arms? I'm asking you if you can add. So two arms of Mother Universe or God is, one arm is time, one another arm, the second arm is space. Everyone is hugged by this space and time, no matter who you are, what you are. Okay, everyone is hugged by space and time. That's why I said every moment is the caress or embrace of God. I needed to hear this. They are here and they give them attention. Yeah, I want to say ignore them. Okay, just purely watch them. Have that sense of pure observation. If you can watch it, then there's a distance. Make sense? If you're in the thinking, there's no distance. If you can watch your thought, instantly there's a space and time. Make sense? You see how space and time is not there, it's here. It's crazy. The fans of the old thinking patterns, they move very fast now. It's okay. Once you can watch it, you're safe. And keep watching it. Gradually, gradually, I guarantee you, the fan will stop. And you may spin the fan again. You may, use the manpower to to spin the fan and to blow the heat of ignorance for others. You become a bodhisattva. Thank you for telling us. Okay, I think that's all for today. I think that's a lot. Thanks for coming. It is the first time that I am listening. You cannot imagine the amount of help you are bringing me. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to relay this information to you because this information I transmitted by Buddha to me. So we are light workers. You see, light of wisdom, light of compassion, light of unconditional love, light of freedom, light of care, light of authentic teaching. I and thank you for recognizing this light. And because the moment you can recognize the light of wisdom, compassion, and unconditional love, you can become it. I guarantee you. Because why? You are it already. You don't earn it. You don't practice it. Okay, you don't become it. No, you are it. You're original it. You are already it. From beginningless time, you are it. We are it. There's no distance between it and me. No matter what you want, put the name on it. Truth, ultimate truth, freedom, unconditional love. We are already it. We are. I am. It's crazy. Thank you, God. Thank you yourself. Because now you are God. Don't say that in the public, okay? You can say it in your in your own mind. Otherwise, people say you are maniacs. uh, okay, thank you. You're in France. Come on, next week we will go to France. I mean, I have my family, five, my wife, my three kids. We'll go to Paris, Lyon, and my wife speaks a lot of very beautiful French. Yeah. Mm. Thank you. See ya. Bye now. Not yet. Your valence. Okay, I'll Google it. Next Tuesday, I will be in France. Tomorrow morning, if you still have time. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Vancouver time, please. Bye now. Thank you.